Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's been staying safe out there. Pretty substantial sell off this morning. Real quick, on the summary page, obviously, we've had a massive overnight range, 140 points to the downside. Yeah, and trading well below a lot of levels, well below prior day and previous 5 day range. So let's get straight into the trade plan for today. So let me drag in the chart here. Um, okay. So usual 4 hour on the left, and well, I've got a 30-minute up here on the right, just so we can see kind of a bit more of the action. So we kind of really we're right in the middle of a potential FBD retest here of the prior day's low at 67.67. So this will be the first thing to watch. And I don't know if you've noticed Adam's tweets, but he mentioned this morning to watch for recoveries of I think it was 72. Let me bring up that tweet. What did you say? 72 to 76? Or 73 to 76. I think the implication there is basically wait for the danger zone to clear if you want to trade a kind of FBD retest here. So that's potentially what we're right in the middle of. Is that how you kind of interpreted that tweet?
Yeah. Yep, pretty much. I mean, it would just be a failed breakdown retest, but obviously, I posted this reminder a few minutes ago, but VIX seems quite elevated today. We're down 123 points just on the session, almost 2%. So things are, potentially could get a little crazy in terms of price action. So you just want to give things the proper momentum it needs. And so for that reason, it's just best to see the danger zone clear before entering. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
anything above maybe 76 or so could prompt a retest, failed breakdown retest entry here.
Yeah, I've just pulled up. Well, I've got the Volks up here, which is the volatility index for the futures. Inverted scale here, but that's up at 23 at the moment. VIX is 26, so yeah, above 25 is pretty wild. Can be pretty wild. So yeah, if you want to engage this retest, definitely wait for that little bit of buffer on this one. Just managed to get the pen up here. Ooh, come on.
Someone you're personally watching. You haven't taken anything today, right?
No, I haven't. We had the kind of the potential like wake and bid trade here, but I was a little lazy this morning. So by the time I actually was looking at my charts, we were up in like the 67, 90s. 20 points above, and then not only that, we kind of had this. We weren't far beneath this. Well, we'd already tested it and had dipped off of this kind of resistance at 68.02. So I didn't really fancy getting in with 20 points above the significant level, and then another 20 points beneath for the flush low on that one. But I guess if you'd woken up a bit earlier, you could have ridden some of this up. But for me, too lazy on that one, I guess. Too late up. Yeah, not sure if folks in the Discord traded that. I'm just dropping to the 15-minute chart. I mean, looked like you maybe could have got something in here, but yeah, I don't know.
Did.
The one thing on those
Yeah.
is that he says is if we're not too far from the level I would have entered anyway, then I'll hop right in. To me, we were too far away from the level I would have hopped right in. Unless it had been one of those crazy NAP pop and rip situations. But no, obviously we were 20 points above, and I didn't really fancy it. But so you managed to get some up here.
I've which for me would have been, I mean, I would have probably entered at like 74, 75 or so. So for me, it being 10 points off of where I would have personally probably entered, I was okay with it. Which I did just get one level out of till 95, and then that was kind of it. My 25% just ended up trailing out here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, again, there's no real like it is definitely a little bit arbitrary in the sense of like, it's kind of your own intuition whether or not you think price has levels to run or not. I thought we still had to backtest 6802. So because of that, I felt okay. It probably would have been a different story had we already had hit 6802 or something and then I was getting in because then at that point it's the next structure would be 6832 and now we're starting to get a little too off from at least what I would personally want to do.
Hmm.
But it being like 10 to 12 points off of where I would have personally entered, I was okay with it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the trade plan then. So if we can kind of use this 73 as a danger zone off the open, maybe hold above here and go. There's sort of trade plan one I might be setting up here in the next couple of minutes. And then to the downside, we've got the overnight low. Definitely add that to the chart, 67.43. I think he said, did he tweet like 56 or something like that? Uh, Supports. Yeah, watch for 57.50. Sorry, 67.59 was the other level. I don't have that on my chart. He's not really saying watch for a trap and recovery of that, but just watch that as a support at 59. So, oh, that's these lows here. So where we've just bounced off exactly. So I do have that level on my chart. But yeah, if we can potentially lift up higher here, 20, 30 points up off these 59 lows, and then come back down, flush and recover, and that will be a potential here. But it's going to require, coming in from higher up first. So that's one option. Overnight low, and then 67.32 is the level I have on my chart from quite a ways back. If you zoom out on that on a higher time frame, there's a decent low there to potentially trade a macro fail breakdown around. And then above that, if we just rip and lift, a reclaim of 68.02 would be reasonable, I think. So we've had a little bit of acceptance of it already. Obviously, it was a major level yesterday. So that's something that can offer an entry there. Anything else on the trade plan side of things?
Um, so a couple things I'm watching obviously here. The 67.43 overnight low failed breakdown would be interesting. I will be watching this failed breakdown retest. If we can clear the danger zone here and kind of hold above it. He did mention earlier there is a 6808 reclaim, which would be kind of the danger zone above the 6802 failed breakdown triggering. But we're obviously 30 points off of that, so I prefer the retest here or a lower failed breakdown. If low a day fails, I mean if the 43 fails here, I'm probably a bit hands off and just gonna kind of wait for newer structure. We have the macro low at 31 from November 25th, which is kind
Mm-hmm.
of way back. But it's just things start getting a little too back for me to wanting to fully engage in. So I will probably just start waiting for maybe some new structure if we get a bounce in somewhere and then potentially look to play something maybe in the afternoon or something of the sort. So
Yeah, and that's the important thing with these huge sell-offs, isn't it? Like you never need to try and catch the bottom. You never really need to try and catch the first bounce. There's always going to be something that's going to develop after that as well. So never any rush to, certainly never knife catch, but also it's extremely where it's just going to bounce and go. Usually something else forms. Um, so yeah, get that. I'm just kind of marking the danger zone on my other platform here for this 67, 68 trade. Let's see what the open brings. I'm not about to jump in straight away here, but let's see. Okay, well, I think that's the trade plan for today. Be safe out there, everyone. Don't rush anything. Just be patient and stay focused on the fail breakdown. Alrighty, with that, we'll catch you in the Discord. Cheers, bye for now.